So let me ask you this. What would you do if one moment everybody loved you, everybody clapped for you, and everybody called you a hero? Then just a short while later, people stopped looking at you, stopped praising you, and instead turned all their attention to someone else? That is exactly what happens to Jenifa in this movie. She goes from being adored to being almost forgotten, and in the middle of trying to fix that, she stumbles into something much bigger than she ever imagined. A drug cartel, a mysterious neighbor, a kidnapping, and through all of it, she's still the Jenifa we know, loud, funny, dramatic, and somehow always finding herself in the most unbelievable situations. This is the story of Everybody Loves Jenifa, and we're going to walk through it step by step. We start in Lagos. Jenifa is back in her zone. She's running her foundation again, putting on community events, and for once, she seems to have her life under control. She's loved by her neighbors, she's helping people, and she's finally living in a way that makes her proud. Then, one day, there's this fire in Amen Estate. A child is trapped, everyone is panicking, but Jenifa jumps in without thinking twice. She saves the child, brings them out alive, and instantly she's the hero of the estate. People can't stop talking about her. They're praising her bravery, telling everyone what a good person she is, and for a while, she is glowing in that spotlight. You know Jenifa loves attention, so she's soaking it all in. But you already know how life goes. That spotlight doesn't stay in one place forever. A new man moves into the estate. His name is Lobster. Strange name, right? But this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He starts throwing money around, sponsoring flashy charity projects, giving out gifts, and suddenly all those people who were singing Jenifa's praises start clapping for him instead. Even Sheej, the guy who has always had Jenifa's back, starts drifting away and looking at Lobster like he's the new star. Imagine how Jenifa must feel one day she's the queen. The next day, she's watching her crown being handed over to someone else. Now, you know, Jenifa. She's dramatic, she's loud, and she doesn't like to be ignored, so she starts acting out. She tries to win people back, but instead, her behavior just makes things worse. People begin whispering. They think she's jealous. They think she's insecure, and you can tell it hurts her. That's when she makes a decision. She's had enough of Lagos, enough of Amen Estate, enough of this Lobster stealing her shine. She tells her friends, "We are moving to Ghana." So off they go. Ghana looks like a fresh start. The vibe is different. The people are welcoming, and for a while, Jenifa feels like maybe she made the right move. But then things take a turn. They settle into their rental house, and while checking it out, they discover a hidden bag. Not just any bag, this one is filled with hard drugs. And before they can even process what they're looking at, before they can even figure out what to do with it, the people who own that bag show up. Dangerous cartel members. These are not people you want to mess with. Think about that for a second. You move into a new place, you're trying to start fresh, and the first thing you find is a bag of drugs that belongs to people who will literally kill you to get it back. What would you even do? Call the police? Pretend you never saw it? Try to run away? Jenifa tries to play it cool. She jokes a little. She tells her friends to relax. But you can see the panic in her face. And just when things can't get any stranger, they do. Because guess who shows up in Ghana? Lobster. the same lobster who stole her spotlight back in Lagos, and somehow he's connected to this mess too. Now, Jenifa doesn't know exactly how, and neither do we at first, but his presence makes everything more complicated. Is he part of the cartel? Is he playing both sides? Or is it just some terrible coincidence? That mystery hangs over the whole story. From this point, the pressure keeps building. The cartel is circling, demanding their drugs, threatening Jenifa and her friends. They try to figure out a way out of it, but every plan falls apart. One night, the gang finally makes their move. Jenifa and her crew are kidnapped, dragged off to a dark hideout, and tied up. They're scared, and for the first time you see Jenifa looking genuinely helpless. She still cracks a few funny lines because that's who she is, but the fear is real. It's one of those moments where you wonder if this could actually be the end of her story. But in true Nollywood fashion, help comes at the last possible second. The police storm the hideout. There's shouting, chaos, people running everywhere. Shots are fired, gangsters scatter, and in the middle of all that madness, Jenifa and her friends are freed. You can feel the relief washing over them. After all that danger, they finally have a chance to breathe. Later, at a big charity gala, Jenifa crosses paths with Lobster again. Everyone's watching, expecting drama, waiting for Jenifa to cause a scene. And honestly, you expect it too, because that's what she always does. But instead, something different happens. Lobster opens up to her. He admits he's been insecure, that he's felt overshadowed, that no matter how much good he does, she always seems bigger and louder. For the first time, you see a softer side of him, and instead of tearing him down, Jenifa listens. She really listens. And here's the surprising part. She doesn't fight him. She doesn't mock him. She doesn't try to one-up him. She chooses compassion. They decide to put their rivalry aside and work together. She brings her heart and her humor. He brings his money and connections, and together they become a stronger team than either of them could be alone. The final scene shows them co-hosting an event, standing side by side, smiling at the cheering crowd. And you realize, yeah, maybe everybody really does love Jenifa. But this time she's learned that it's okay to share that love too. And that's the story of Everybody Loves Jenifa. A movie that starts with jealousy and ego but turns into a story about survival, growth, and forgiveness. Jenifa goes through it all: fame, loss, danger, and finally, redemption. She doesn't just win back her popularity. She grows into someone stronger, someone wiser. So let me throw the question back to you. If you were Jenifa, would you have trusted Lobster in the end? Would you have teamed up with him, or would you have walked away and gone solo? Think about it and let me know. Because honestly, I don't know if I could have trusted him after everything. Thanks for hanging out with me for this recap. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe, because there are plenty more stories like this coming your way. This is Azan Stream Motion, and I'll see you in the next one.